Hello, my name is Vance Whitaker. I'm the strawberry breeder here at the University of Florida Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences. Today we're at the Gulf Coast Research and Education Center where our breeding program is based. The purpose of today's video is to introduce you, strawberry growers in Central Florida, two new varieties, Ember and Encore, and our recommendations for how to optimally manage these varieties in Central Florida. My colleagues, Dr. Natalia Peres, our plant pathologist, and Dr. Shinsuke Agehara, our physiologist, and myself are putting together these research-based recommendations for you. So let's start by talking about some of the characteristics of these varieties. First, Ember. Ember was primarily released for its increased resistance to Pestalotia, a very important disease here in Central Florida, but also for its other characteristics that include very steady yield, a robust plant that has good disease resistance and is very suitable for organic production, just as well as a very sweet flavor that is approaching the flavor of Medallion, which is our best flavored variety in the industry. So it has a number of positive characteristics that are going to cause it to increase in the coming years. But so does Encore. Encore is a little bit different. It is so named because it is an encore or an improvement upon brilliance. It has many brilliance-like characteristics, but it does have some improvements. It has improvements in Phytophthora resistance, improvements in fruit size, fruit durability, rain resistance, pollination, and other fruit qualities like flavor is an improvement on brilliance as well. One positive for both varieties, Ember and Encore, is that they have more robust and a little bit more resilient plants than most of our current varieties, which makes them a little bit easier to grow and establish. In terms of planting date recommendations, these two varieties are slightly different. Ember is recommended for planting between October 1st and October 15th, basically the first half of the planting period here in Florida, while Encore is recommended more for the second half of the planting period, from October 10th and after, due to its more vigorous plant and the fact that it could overgrow if planted too early. Based on his fertilization trials, Dr. Agehara recommends that these two varieties are middle of the road in terms of their nitrogen requirements and pretty much for their overall nutrient requirements. Whereas some varieties like Sensation require on the lower end of nitrogen fertilization, and Medallion is a very hungry plant that requires almost twice as much nitrogen in the early season compared to a Sensation. Both of these varieties are more towards the middle, which gives a little bit more flexibility for fertilization based on planting date and soils. Now, in terms of disease management, this is an important area. As you can see, this is a summary of Dr. Peres's disease data over a number of years for these varieties compared to our current varieties. And what you can see right away with Ember is that it has the best overall disease package of any variety without any major susceptibilities. As you can see, it's characterized as being moderately susceptible to Pestalotia as compared to susceptible or highly susceptible, as is the case for brilliance. And because of that excellent overall disease package, it's our most recommended variety for organic production. Encore also has a good disease resistance package, but just be aware that it is a little bit more susceptible to Calototricum gliosporoides, which causes crown rots. In summary, Ember and Encore are two varieties with some nice complementary characteristics, but that also means that they need to be managed slightly differently in terms of disease prevention, planting dates, and so forth. If you have any further questions or we can help you in any way to make the best out of these two varieties here in Central Florida, please contact me.